Hello, friends and neighbors. Hello, hello.
You can see what he does before we go live.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a clown.
I'm very serious.
Class clown over here. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Good to be with you again for the next edition of Monday Night.
Live from the middle of nowhere, Tennessee.
From deep in the woods of Midwest Tennessee.
One of our friends calls it Butcher. No, not Butcher Holler. What do they call it? I can't remember. Something holler.
Buck Snort? Just up
Cow
the
piss holler. That's
Cow
what he
piss
calls
holler.
it. Back from Cow piss holler. Here we go.
I am Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician. This is my wife, Neisha Berry, registered nurse, certified breastfeeding consultant, and health coach.
Yeah.
For the next hour, we're going to be hanging out with you, answering as many of your questions as we possibly can about nutrition, health, improving your health, decreasing your disease risk.
We're also going to entertain you.
Maybe.
So
we just want you to eat a proper human diet and live a proper human life.
Now he's all serious, like he wasn't just acting like a fool before we went live. Now he's all serious. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but Ken Berry, he comes across as this serious, just business as usual, family practitioner. But really, he is Superman.
Proper human diet man. Now available with a V-neck by special request.
Not yet. It's going to be up.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah. I'm wearing one of our new designs as well. This is a zip-up hoodie. It comes in different colors, but that's going to be up soon.
Who's got some proper human diet merchandise? Who's got some?
I know a lot of you do because you tag us. We love when you tag us on Instagram. We can actually see it. Facebook's a different story. It's weird over there. We can't see anything.
All right, you ready to answer some questions?
Yeah, Chris Cooking Nashville in the house. We love you.
If you guys want some really tasty low-carb recipes and to be entertained, he's very entertaining. He's an entertaining fellow.
Good time.
Hey, here's Danny from Parsons, Tennessee. Hey, neighbor, how's it going? All right, let's answer some questions. Holly.
Have thyroid removed 10 years ago with nodules on 0.75 milligrams levo, TSH currently 5, free T4 is 1.1. Internist wants to raise my levo to 0.080 milligrams, but I'm feeling great.
Yeah, 5.035 is a little higher than I would like it to be, but if you're feeling perfectly great, then there's probably no reason to do it. If you weren't on any thyroid medication, you did not have a thyroid condition, and your TSH was 5.03, and you told your doctor, I feel completely fine and great, they wouldn't start you on thyroid medicine. At least I would hope they wouldn't. And so, but I also would probably recommend that you try the 80 mics and try it for 6 weeks and just see how you feel. And at the end of that, if you're like, I don't feel any different, then you could go back to your 75 mics. Yeah.
There's Chris Cooking Nashville.
Hello, friend. Good to see you. We're going to have to come to Nashville and hang out with you and cook something.
No, for real.
One of these days. Or maybe you could cook it and I could eat it.
Do a collab video.
Yeah. That'd be great. Billy Boy. Hey, Doc, I ordered your Proper Human Diet t-shirt, but it doesn't fit my standard American body. I'm working on it. Carnivore for 55 days. Yeah, baby. Sometimes we say, yeah, baby, on this channel, but sometimes we say,
I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you were going to go, yeah, baby, like Austin Powers.
Or in Holiday, we say, that's right. Joseph, Harvard released a 216,000 person study saying meat will cause diabetes. Yet everyone doing keto or carnivore posting their blood work has it lowering their A1C. What gives? It's a great question, Joseph. So I actually have a video that I just did today that's going to be posted on this YouTube channel tomorrow morning about that study and all of the things that it gets wrong. This study, if I were in charge of Harvard School of Public Health, I would be embarrassed by this study. Yet they are proud of it. So I think they have different motives than me and Neisha and you, Joseph. We want everyone to have a normal A1C. We want everyone to have a normal fasting insulin. We want everyone to not have fatty liver. I don't think that's the Harvard School of Public Health's goal. I think their goals are different than ours. And therefore, this article probably helps promote what they're interested in, but it doesn't promote good human health. Hey, Holly Crazy, there you are.
Beckett is really enjoying his train table,
Absolutely.
by the way.
Body Blow, biscuit butter, been keto for 2 years, fasting insulin 1.7, C-peptide 1.6, A1C 5.5. I'm very lean, 6 foot, 155, 44-year-old male. Daily, I eat 150 grams protein, 200 grams of fat. In intermittent fasting 18 hours and have a 6-hour feeding or feasting window. Is the low fasting insulin a concern? If so, what should I do? No, it's no concern at all. If you don't believe me, what you can do is go to your doctor, eat a Snickers bar, wait 30 minutes, then let them check your fasting insulin. And you won't be fasting because you ate a Snickers bar, but your insulin will go zoop. So there's a lot of people out there talking about insulin suppression. I've talked to Professor Ben Bigman about this at length. We've got videos on this channel talking about that. It's not a thing, okay? If you have working beta cells in your pancreas, then you have the ability to immediately pump out insulin if your body needs it. To my knowledge, there's no such thing as insulin suppression.
Oh, love you back.
Chansonette, I love your name. I love your name. Is that French?
Jackie, 53-year-old on Ketovore 5 months, had a severe attack of diverticulitis and still recovering. Doctors say cut out red meat. What are my dietary restrictions, if any, and can this be reversed?
Yeah, so you have a condition called diverticulosis. And when that flares up, it's called diverticulitis. And definitely the meat in your Ketovore diet is not what caused your diverticulitis to flare up. It typically can be something in your diet, but in your case, it was probably the plants that were going along with the meat is what caused the inflammation and the flare up. 90 days of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is what I would recommend to you, Jackie. And then I predict you won't have any further flare-ups of diverticulitis during that 90-day period of time. And after that, you can stay carnivore, or you can go back to Ketovore, introducing one Ketovore-friendly food at a time. And then if you do have a flare-up of diverticulitis, you'll know exactly which food caused it because it happened right after you reintroduced this certain food. Therapy nerd. Been Ketovore for the past year, but still have frequent diarrhea, especially after I eat. Wasn't an issue before. Thoughts on how to address it. You may be getting a little bit too much magnesium if you're supplementing with electrolytes or with magnesium. That could absolutely do this, especially magnesium citrate. Sometimes it can cause loose stools. Where do you fall on the Bristol scale? Do you know, therapy nerd? A lot of people don't know there's actually a scale that doctors use to grade your poop. Your poop is not graded on a curve, it's graded on a scale, the Bristol scale. So look that up. And then if you have more questions about that, we can talk. Melanie, on keto 1 year, have Hashimoto's, ran out of meds 1 month ago, but I feel normal. No symptoms at all. Should I expect a setback, or is Hashi's gone for good? What do you think about that?
Your story sounds similar to mine. I did the same thing, and I was doing heavy meat-based keto at the time, very close to carnivore. I think I maybe had a vegetable once or twice a month, and my symptoms kept at bay the whole time. So I stayed off my medication. So talk with your provider, get your labs checked again. 6 weeks probably from when you started to taper off of them or you came off of them, just to keep an eye on things and keep an eye on your symptoms as well. But it's better to work with your provider, but I did that and worked out okay for me, but do not recommend. Talk to your doctor. Even
if you're feeling normal, I want you to go get your labs checked. Absolutely. And have a conversation with your doc and say, I'm eating this very uninflammatory diet. Maybe it's put it into remission. As long as I'm feeling good and my labs are normal, can I stay off the medication? I think that's a rational question. Did you know, all you guys, did you know that there's a thumbs up button down there? If you click that, that helps the algorithm know that you consider what we're doing important here. And also there's a share button. If you click that share button, you can share this on your favorite social media, because there's people out there with severe type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, hypertension, obesity, and they don't know there's a solution. You could literally save their life by clicking the share button right now. Would you please? Just consider it. Just think about it.
Sandra.
Sandra.
Watching your old thyroid stuff, Neisha. I can't find anyone who will tell me if I can trade my hypothyroid thyroxine in for some iodine drops.
You definitely need iodine drops, but iodine drops and thyroxine are not the same thing. Okay. The iodine drops are just iodine in solution. The thyroxine drops are actually, or thyroxine medication is actually thyroid replacement hormone, or at least if it's the patented kind you buy at the pharmacy, it's fake, but it's still close enough that it activates the receptor. And so, no, you can't trade those. But what you can trade your thyroxine for is Armor thyroid or Nature thyroid or NP or WP thyroid. These are desiccated thyroid hormone replacements that actually contain real T3 and real T4. I would recommend you talk to your doctor about that. Susan, Dr. Barry, my wife's ultrasound, no, I'm sorry, my daughter's ultrasound showed an enlarged liver. She's carnivore for 14 months. Your thoughts? Has a cyst on her liver too. She's 48. So if she has a cyst on her liver and an enlarged liver, and she's been carnivore for 14 months, then it's definitely not fatty liver. She's got something else going on. She may need to see a hepatologist or a gastroenterologist who specializes in liver issues. She may need a liver biopsy, but there's something else going on here. It's not just fatty liver. Good question. Forever screaming internally. I feel like that should be your handle. My dad had liver damage and is worried about ALT and AST going up by 10 after starting carnivore. He's also worried about liver scarring getting worse, but wants to stay on carnivore. So I would encourage your dad to follow up closely with his doctor and have his ALT, AST, and his GGT checked every 3 months, just to keep a close eye on what his liver function is doing. Also consider, if he's slender, getting a abdominal ultrasound to look at the liver. And if he's not very slender, then he may have to get a CAT scan of his abdomen to take a good close look at the liver to make sure nothing else is going on. I don't know why he had liver damage in the past. Some liver damage is permanent, so it may be the whatever caused his liver damage causing the ALT and AST to fluctuate. It's not the meat. It's not the diet. Peggy.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you very much, Peggy. 208 Deal Daddy, carnivore for 62 days, lost 28 pounds. I felt great first 55 days. Now I have completely lost my appetite. Fast for 24 hours and still not hungry at all. Also low energy, 53-year-old male, 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. So you've still got some stored fat that I'm sure you'd like to get rid of, Deal Daddy. And that's what this is allowing you to do. Now, I do want you to eat enough food during the day, enough fat and protein, minerals, and vitamins to get the nutrition that you need. But it sounds like your body is in full bore fat burning mode, full bore ketosis. And that's why you just don't have much appetite right now. But I predict in a day or two that appetite will come back. And then when it does, you're going to smash some fatty red meats. Marty Mac, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Marty Mac. Gina, I keep trying to take the Lugol's iodine, and 3 days in, depression hits me and anxiety and no energy. I feel exhausted. I stopped taking it, and about 2 days later, I'm back to normal. Does this just mean I don't need it? Yes, probably. If you've tried this 2 or 3 times at separate occasions and the same thing happened each time, then you probably have enough iodine. You may be eating lots of seafood and getting iodine, and you just don't need the extra iodine. Not everybody does, but most people do. Thank you very much, Tanya. Your sweetie pie. Can you talk about urticaria pigmentosa? Not much info on this. Yeah, it's very rare. It is an inflammatory condition, but then it has long-term ramifications with the pigmentation issue. Some urticaria comes and goes, and then you don't have any pigmentation changes. But with this one, you do. Absolutely, if you eat a diet that is uninflammatory and that lowers your fasting insulin level back to normal, lowers your CRP and your ESR back to normal, then you're going to have fewer flare-ups of the urticaria, and they're going to be less severe. And most likely, the pigmentation going along with it won't be as severe also. The Smiths. Can carnivore keto help with PVCs? I've tried researching but could not find anything. So many adults over the age of 40 just have several PVCs every minute. Okay. When we put a 24-hour monitor to monitor somebody's heart around the clock, we'll see 2 or 3 PVCs a minute. This is not considered abnormal. This is not a big deal. If you can feel your PVCs, then that also may or may not be a problem. If you're having shortness of breath, chest pain, chest tightness, any kind of symptom with the PVCs, then yes, that's a problem. See your doctor immediately. But if you've seen your doctor and they're like, yeah, you have PVCs, don't worry about it, then go see a cardiologist. If the cardiologist says the same thing, then quit worrying about your PVCs. They're not that abnormal, not that unusual. But keto and carnivore are going to supply your heart muscle cells with ketones and fatty acids, and your heart actually beats better when it's burning ketones and fatty acids than when it's burning sugar. So your heart overall is going to be much more healthy on a proper human diet. JD.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Correct me. JD, should I take berberine a few minutes before meal or after? Not sure which is best. It doesn't really matter, JD. Berberine and metformin glucophage, they act very slowly over a 12-hour period of time. You can take it roughly 12 hours apart. It doesn't really matter about meals when you're taking it. Hi, Neisha. Oh, hi, Keisha. Any Puerto Rican keto recipe ideas?
Yes, I'm currently working on a keto version of bacalaitos, which is a codfish fritter.
Oh, please perfect it, please.
I miss those. They are amazing. We already have an arroz con pollo recipe that uses cauliflower rice. Empanadas. I pretty much do empanada bowls, but I'm working on a crust.
Mm-hmm. Please.
And what was the other one I was working on?
I can't remember.
That's the main ones. Puerto Rican dishes mostly involve rice and carbs and plantains, and it's hard to replicate that without using those kind of things.
Yep. Thank you, Caria. Thank you, Carnivore Climber. Lolo, 68-year-old female, DEXA scan, diagnosed osteopenia. I'm a ketovore, currently beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Best way to increase calcium for my bones. So Lolo, like many people, has been misinformed by her doctor. She thinks that her bones are made of calcium. Lolo's bones and your bones are made of protein. And in this protein matrix, your body will put minerals, including calcium. So usually women who develop osteopenia or osteoporosis, it's not because they have a calcium deficiency. It's because they're not eating enough protein. Okay. Start eating more fatty red meat, Lolo. If you really want to get extra calcium in your diet, I've got a video on this channel about how to use your eggshells that you've been throwing away to get the most bioabsorbable calcium on planet Earth, and also how to get it for free. So remember, your bones are made of protein. They're not made of calcium. Rachel, day one, strict carnivore. Mostly have lost inches, finally down 5 pounds. What do you think of cold plunge and sauna contrast therapy? I just did it for the first time. Cold first for 50 seconds, second round, a minute and 20 seconds. Oh, you're tough, Rachel. I think there probably is some hormetic benefit to the cold plunges and to the hot sauna, maybe even from going back and forth. I think this is a 5%, meaning I think out of all the things you should be focusing on, 85% of your focus, your money, your motivation should be on your diet. And then if you want to do the cold plunges in the sauna, I think that's totally fine. Thousands upon thousands of people reach their ideal body weight and ideal metabolic health without ever doing a cold plunge or a sauna. But it may increase the speed with which you attain metabolic health, or it may not. I don't think the research is very clear, but it sure makes for good Instagram posts. Video yourself getting in the cold plunge and post it because people love that. First time in Nashville. Tired of looking for a name. Yes, have fun.
Go to Martin's Barbecue.
Ask for the ribs, dry rub. Dawn Fisher, thank you for your previous advice. Breastfeeding doing keto. I thought it said
Dawn.
Sunny Star, please tell my friend and ex-husband red meat is not bad for him. He has cancer and heart disease. His doctor tells him it will kill him. So has he been eating a lot of red meat in the preceding years before he developed cancer and heart disease? Because I bet he was eating a plant-based diet with a little bit of meat thrown in here and there. If meat were that poisonous that him just eating a hamburger every now and then caused him to have cancer and heart disease, then what must be going to happen to carnivores like me that eat 2 pounds of red meat a day? I should already be dead. So there is this theory, this myth, this lie in the medical community that red meat causes cancer, causes heart disease, causes diabetes. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to be posting my video I made about the new study showing that red meat causes diabetes. It's not true. It doesn't do it. Thank you, Sandra, very much. Thank you, Kimmy. Will, thank you very much, Will. Iram, good afternoon. I got a friend that has type 2 diabetes, and the doctor told him not to eat red meat because it causes uric acid. Is that true? No, that is not true. The doctor's scaring your friend that he might develop gout if he eats red meats, or that the uric acid, if it elevates, it might be bad for him in some way. The biology about this is very, very clear. Human beings make uric acid for a reason, okay? We don't make vitamin C and we make uric acid. There's a reason for that. So have your friend watch my video about gout, about type 2 diabetes, because your friend's currently a type 2 diabetic, but doesn't have to remain a type 2 diabetic. Your friend can be a non-diabetic within 12 months if he will follow the advice on my YouTube videos. Fran, 3-month way of eating. I've taken ox bile for 2 weeks with no BM, stopped the ox bile, and everything is going through me. No gallbladder help. Yeah, a lot of people who have their gallbladder removed, they're going to have diarrhea for the rest of their life, regardless of what diet they eat. This doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to some people. What if you took a half dose of the ox bile? Whatever dose you were taking, take half that much. See if that doesn't work.
It wasn't breastfeeding, it was boyfriend.
It was boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Luz Diaz. Hi, husband is on losartan, 50 milligrams twice a day, metoprolol, success, doctor, 50 milligrams, and amlodipine, 5 milligrams. Can he do element electrolytes and keto chow daily minerals? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. He can use a serving of the daily minerals, and he can use 1 serving of the elements without any worries whatsoever with regards to the medication he's on. And if he keeps eating low carb enough for long enough, then he'll be able to stop one of these blood pressure medications. And I would recommend that you ask your doctor about stopping the metoprolol. Hopefully he's checking his blood pressure at home with a cuff that checks here, not here, and checking that twice a day and doing it properly. I actually have a video on this channel about how to check it properly because most doctors' offices don't do it right. Kimmy, when I start carnivore, I get the most outrageous bowel problems. I don't have a lifestyle to have problems in that department for weeks on end. Any advice when I go back to rice, sweet potatoes, etc., my bowels go back to normal? So your bowels are currently colonized with carb-loving bacteria. And when you stop the carbs, they go on strike and revolt. And the result is bathroom problems. And so what I would recommend for you, Kim, and anybody else having this problem, is to convert to carnivore slowly over a 1 month or a 2 month period. Don't just switch overnight. And what you're going to do is you're going to be slowly weaning up the fat and protein loving bacteria, and we slowly wean down the carb loving bacteria. And by the time they realize what you're doing, there won't be enough of them left to go on strike and revolt and ruin your day and potentially your underwear. Teresa, 590 days on the proper human diet, and I'm completely healed, down to 120 pounds. Listen to the berries. It will change your life. Thank you, Teresa. Huzzah. I'm so proud of your health success. Terry, wife, 6-month carnivore, lost 40 pounds off metformin, A1C 5.2, having stomach pain, has chronic gastritis, has 4 stents, told has to take aspirin. Could aspirin be the cause of the pain? Can't you stop the aspirin? Yes, it could be the cause of the pain. And yes, she can have a discussion with her doctor about either stopping the aspirin or about maybe taking the aspirin every other day or every 3rd day. Because when you take a dose of aspirin, it actually hinders your platelets' ability to clot for 14 days. And so taking it every day for most people is not necessary. Most people get the same benefit by taking it every other day with only half of the risk of having complications.
Those of you asking, this shirt will be up on the shopphd.com site in the next week. The V-necks will be up there too. You can already get several shirts over there, but the new designs are coming in the next few weeks. So just keep an eye out, and also keep an eye on social media because we'll post when the new ones go live. They're super soft, very high quality, very well made. Shout out to Autumn from Watch Autumn Keto, who actually does all of our shirts for us.
Blind ambitions. How much magnesium should I take to lower blood pressure? So taking magnesium can lower your blood pressure a few points, but there's lots of articles out there. Oh, you're deficient in magnesium. Just take 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate in your blood pressure. No, there's way more going on than that. The magnesium might lower your blood pressure 3 or 4 points, which is good, but it's not really the home run that you probably were expecting. What you really need to lower the most, blind ambitions, is lower your total carbohydrate intake. Get it under 20 total grams a day if you can. Lower it if you can. That's going to help your insulin return back to low normal. It's also going to help you diurese and pee off 5, 10, 15 pounds of unhealthy fluid that you've got stored on your body right now. That step alone, for 80% of the people with essential hypertension, their blood pressure goes back to normal. Okay, try that instead. And then if you want to take a magnesium, you can take 200, 400, 600 milligrams a day, but don't expect a miracle from that. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Mike. Rebecca, love you guys. Don't ever stop what you're doing for us. What would it take to make me stop doing this, Neisha? Berry.
Death, I think, probably.
Yeah. Don't worry about me stopping, okay? Don't worry about Neisha stopping. We know how important this message is to get out, and I hope you guys know how important it is, and I hope you care enough about this message to hit that share button and hit the thumbs up, because that helps more people learn about this. Will, I've been carnivore for 10 months. I am still taking lots of vitamins, B6, K2, D3, B12, multi, and fish oil. Can I stop taking them? Probably. The B6 you absolutely don't need if you're eating lots of meat. The K2, depending, I've got a video on this channel called Vitamin K Rich Foods. And if you're eating from that list 2 or 3 days a week, you don't need the K2 supplement. The D3, if you're getting plenty of sunshine and eating from the foods on my vitamin D rich foods video, then you probably don't need a vitamin D supplement. But if you're living in somewhere where there's not much sun and you don't like any of the foods on the vitamin D rich foods video, then take a vitamin D supplement. B12, 100% you don't need that if you're eating lots of fatty red meat. The multivitamin, 100% you don't need that. The fish oil, 100% you don't need the fish oil supplement. Just eat 1 can of sardines a week with the skin on and the bones in. You're going to be getting more actual real absorbable omega-3s from eating 1 can of sardines a week than you're going to get from taking an omega-3 fish oil supplement every single day. Does that help? Son of Mario.
It's me, Mario. I bet he's never heard that before.
MRI, 12-point biopsy last year. Very few. 3 + 3 = 6. You had a prostate biopsy. Okay. PSA always 5-ish. Under AS, getting another MRI. Been fasting carnivore 8 months and not going to change my way of eating. Thoughts on docs saying beef and testosterone being bad for prostate. These are both myths that doctors believe. Doctors actually, I believed this back in 2003. I would have told you this. Oh, you can't do testosterone and you don't need to eat red meat. That's bad for your prostate. Now I know that all that's hooey. It's all foolishness. Okay. I've got a video on this channel about prostate. And I can tell you right now that the testosterone, there's a book by Morgentaler, who was a Harvard urologist. He wrote a book completely dispelling the myth that testosterone is bad for your prostate. Yep. Even if you have prostate cancer. So read the book by Morgentaler and eat lots of fatty red meat. Tanya Davis.
42-year-old, good weight, Ketovore, 5 months to heal my gut, thyroid, pre-diabetes from gestational diabetes twice. A1C is 5.4, TSH 1.167, free T3 2.62, free T4 1.18, But reverse T3 is high at 29.
Yeah. So your TSH is fine, but with the reverse T3 that high, I need to know, are you having low thyroid symptoms? If you are like, yeah, I looked it up and I've got several of them, then you would probably benefit from taking some bioidentical T3. But if you're like, no, I looked it up and I don't have any of the low thyroid symptoms, then you may not need any T3 supplement at this time. Is there another question in there? Also, the pre-diabetes, it's gone. Your A1C is 5.4. You no longer have that. And as long as you're eating low carb enough, it'll never come back. Thank you, Laura. J Dog, 36-year-old male, 2.9 A1C. I think that's probably a typo. A1C, 272 cholesterol, 221 LDL, 36 HDL, and 105 triglycerides, glucose 101, fasted 12 hours. Best tip to improve ratios. So I need to, if you're a member of our private group, I need you to post a picture of your labs in the main chat so I can look at that. Because if you do, in fact, have an A1C of 2.9, that would be the lowest I've ever seen in my entire career. Your total cholesterol, I'm not worried about. Your LDL, I'm not worried about. Your HDL is still too low, but your triglycerides are great. What was your A1C and what was your fasting insulin? I really need those. I don't believe your A1C is 2.9. Hey, Crystal, thank you very much. Beth Gecko, can you do carnivore while pregnant? Are there limitations or supplementations needed?
Great question. I know several mamas that were carnivore during their pregnancy. They did more than phenomenal. The only supplements that they took were vitamin D3, K2, folate, which can be argued that they were probably getting it from their food, but as a
why not take a
precaution,
chance?
folate, not folic acid, folate.
Yep.
Your provider can head you in the direction of a really good quality one. Iodine, a few drops a day.
Can actually help your baby's IQ.
Right.
Big deal.
Anything other than that is eat when you're hungry, eat till you're full, eat fatty meat, and drink lots of electrolyte water.
In unfluoridated water.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Get you some good quality water. Get you a Berkey. And congratulations.
Yeah. Neisha was 85, 90%.
I was more meat-based with Bonnie than Beckett. Beckett was a whole nother ball game. I lived off Keto chow shakes the first trimester. I could not even stand to be around meat. Think about meat. I couldn't do it.
We know multiple women who were carnivore through their entire pregnancy. They have beautiful, intelligent children now of all ages.
Kelly Hogan.
Absolutely.
One of many.
Yep. Thank you very much, Carl. Rushman, do vitamin C tablets do anything for immune system, or is it just a money grab? Also, my any canker sore remedies. Yeah, so the research is clear that vitamin C tablets do not improve your immune system function whatsoever. Okay? Vitamin C tablets are a waste of money, as are vitamin C capsules and vitamin C suppositories and vitamin C infusions. Yeah, some people will offer you that. They charge a lot for it. None of that's going to improve your immune system. Okay, your immune system, the only thing you can do is hamper or impede your immune system by eating a high carb, highly processed, highly inflammatory diet. The more you avoid a diet like that, the more your immune system returns back to optimal. And you can't get it better than optimal. A lot of people are like, oh, turbocharge your immune. No. There is 100% for your immune system, and that's the best it can get. Okay, but vitamin C tablets ain't going to get you there.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this content, if you like Dr. Berry, if he's helped you in any way, please make sure you hit the thumb button and share this with friends and family. That really helps these videos reach people who might need to hear this information and they just don't even know about it yet. So thank you to those who have already done it. If you haven't done it,
how many of you guys found out about a proper human diet because you saw a Facebook post or an Instagram post or something popped up on your feed? That's literally, when you share this, that's what you're going to do for somebody you've probably never met who's looking for an answer. They're like, oh, man, I guess I'm just screwed. I got type 2 diabetes. And then, boom, you share this. It pops up. I say something about type 2 diabetes. They go to my channel. They start watching my Diabetes 101 playlist. Lo and behold, their type 2 diabetes is gone and it's your fault. Don't you want to take the blame for that? Just a thought. Lolo, I've been saving my eggshells since I'm ketovore. Eat high protein. Should I not bother crushing and using them? Yeah, if you've got them, why not? Because they're not just calcium. That's another common misconception, is that eggshells are just calcium. No, there's a ton of different minerals in there. It's predominantly calcium. But when you ingest calcium naturally like that, if you ingest too much calcium, guess what happens to it? You just pee it out.
Goes away.
It just goes away. Your kidneys are like, oh, we got too much calcium. Pee that out. But now, if you're taking a calcium supplement like Citracal or Caltrate, that's a mega dose of calcium.
And some medications can interfere with calcium absorption.
Absolutely. Yep.
That too.
And so you wind up storing that calcium in inappropriate places. So I don't advise anybody to take a calcium supplement. But if you're worried about calcium and want to get a little more in your diet, save your eggshells and watch my video about what to do with the eggshells.
Susan said, I can't send it to my family. My sister threatened to block me if I sent her any more carnivore things.
Sounds like she needs some carnivore.
That's
Or
funny.
she wouldn't be so inflammatory if she was eating carnivore. Alicia Cooper. That's Alice Cooper's daughter, maybe.
This guy.
Hello.
Hello.
Having trouble getting enough protein daily. I do love eggs.
Don't love eggs.
Oh, don't love. Oh, sorry. Freudian slip there. Any suggestion to keep things varied? My taste buds get bored easily, except I love ribeyes. So guess what ribeyes are rich in? Protein. Also, any cut of beef, any cut of chicken, any cut of mutton, any cut of goat, any cut of venison, turkey, duck, literally any animal that creeps, crawls, flies, runs, jumps, hops is full of protein. So
Also,
eat the rainbow of meat flavors.
have you tried pickled eggs?
Oh.
If you like pickles, you might like pickled quail
Mm.
eggs because they're very tiny.
Yep.
So it's almost just like a little pickle.
Yeah.
But
Pickled
it's an
quail
egg.
eggs are amazing.
Right. And you can buy them almost anywhere now. They're very, very available. Like it.
Yeah. I wonder if they have
I
them on
mean-
Amazon.
I don't know, but most grocery stores carry pickled quail eggs now. And if you live near a farmer's market, I'm sure somebody.
I
could
feel
point
like
you the
pickled eggs are not
direction.
that popular. How many of you guys have
Oh, good.
fried pickled quail eggs? Tell me yes or no in the comments, because I love them, and we have a jar in the fridge at all times. They're freaking amazing. And
You can mix them up if also and make like a egg salad with it. You can put
you
it.
could do that tomorrow.
Could I?
I mean,
I have plans
just-
tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hi, I'm Neisha, and I'm Marriage Dr. Berry, and I share on my channel what I eat in a day vlogs,
Mhm.
family vlogs, recipes,
Little fashion.
little clothes, little homemaking, little bit of everything. And I've been off YouTube for 2 months. I needed a break, but I'm back, and I have a recipe for those of you who like fall, yummy,
Creamy,
soothing,
warm.
cozy soups. This recipe,
I cannot wait.
I'm just going to tell
it.
you, y'all, it's good. It's not carnivore, but
It is keto.
it is keto, and you can make it more meat-based if you like, and I'm going to talk you guys through that. Anyways,
Mm.
go head to my channel and just search for my name. How do you find my channel? Just search for my name, Neisha. Neisha. Good job. The moms out there know what I'm talking about. If you don't, good for you.
I love it. Thank you very much. And Chansonette, follow up RE osteopenia. I'm 72, diagnosed a few years ago, 5'2", 135. At the moment, is there an ideal amount of protein that would help reverse that? So you are 135 pounds. I'm guessing you're close to your ideal body weight. So I would say at least 80, 90 grams of protein a day. Okay. And you can download Chronometer or Carb Manager on your phone for free, right?
Yes, there's a free version.
And use that to track for 2 or 3 weeks. You don't have to track forever, but just track for a week or two until you like, oh, okay, that's how much that is. And then you're off to the races. And remember, your bones, if you sit around on the couch and don't do anything strenuous, they will get weaker. But if you will stand up and do some weight-bearing exercises, your bones will respond to that and they will get stronger. So each and every one of you out there right now, your bones are either getting weaker or getting stronger based on your activity from today. So what'd you do today? Are you proud of it? If you ain't, there's always tomorrow. But if you are proud of it, then huzzah, do it again tomorrow. That's how you keep strong bones.
Yeah, so quail eggs are available on Amazon.
Ah.
I've had several people tell me that they are. So that's great.
Link in the bio. No, I'm just kidding.
But really.
You're Ketovore, Maryland. I'm currently 4 months postpartum. I'm tired of the weight I have gained. Do you think beef, butter, bacon, and eggs will decrease my milk supply while I lose weight?
First, I would say don't focus on losing weight in the first year postpartum, especially breastfeeding.
I know you want to.
A lot of times it's not what you're doing wrong. It's just that your hormones, even though a lot of people are like, breastfeeding will make all the weight just fall off. That's not true. It happens for some people and it doesn't happen for a lot of women, maybe 50-50. It's a huge myth. So focus on getting good quality nutrition in your diet, getting sunshine, snuggles with the baby. That's what you need to focus on in that first year, because it's more than likely it's just the breastfeeding that's keeping the weight on, and that doesn't mean anything bad. And once you stop breastfeeding, that weight will probably come off. Now, if you just really want to do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, slowly transition from wherever you are now in your carb threshold over 6 to 8 weeks, lowering your carbs like 20 total grams per week so that your body can adjust. Because if you go too fast, it's not dangerous, but you'll have a fluid shift, and sometimes that can interfere with supply. So if you want to do it slowly. Make sure you get plenty of fat, plenty of salt, plenty of electrolytes. It can be done, but that may not guarantee the weight loss is what I'm trying to say. So it may just be that breastfeeding is keeping that weight on.
And every time you're thirsty, drink water. Okay. Pushing extra water in no way increases your breast milk supply. That's a myth, but you do need to drink adequate amounts of water. Absolutely. Sandra, thank you very much. Carnivore climber, my diarrhea after meal solve. I dilute stomach acid by drinking more H2O. Slower digestion allows bile production to keep up with fat consumption. So there's a home fix for any of you guys that may or may not work. Larry, I've been having a tingling in my arm like it's asleep, even when I'm working. Could this be a problem? Yeah. So if any of you guys wake up in the middle of the night and your hand's asleep, or you wake up in the middle of the night and your arm's asleep, that's normal. You just laid on it for 30 minutes. But if you're up, moving about, doing your job, living your life, and your arm is numb, tingly, going to sleep, that's a pinched nerve somewhere. Something is getting on a nerve. And so, yeah, you probably need to go see your doctor about that. James, thank you very much. Jerry, thank you, Jerry. Mike took 20,000 IU vitamin D for 4 months. Lab measured greater than 100. Doc says that's dangerous. Well, first of all, your doc's wrong about that. That's not dangerous. It is too high, but there's never been a documented case of anybody having any damage from taking too much vitamin D. All you have to do, you're taking 20,000 a day, just cut it down to 10,000 a day. Get your vitamin D 25 level checked in 3 months. Should I back down to 2,000? I would back down to either 10,000 or 5,000. One of those is going to be right where you need to be, Mike. So maybe just to go to 5,000 and get it rechecked in 3 months. And it'll probably be about, you want it to be between 50 and 100. So if it's 99 or 100, huzzah, that's wonderful. But if it's above 100, that's technically high, although I don't think it's a problem. Your doctor's going to flip out if it's above 100. So that's the solution to that. But you don't want to stop the vitamin D. You just want to decrease your daily dose. What are you doing over there anyway?
Answering comments.
Ah, sweet.
What do you think I'm doing?
Iram, I have gallbladder stones, and the only solution doctors give me is surgery. My question is, if the carnivore diet will help me, the doctor prohibits red meat. Yeah, so ignore your doctor. Any doctor that prohibits a food that human beings have been eating since we've been on planet Earth. Literally, we've been eating red meat that long. That's dumb. That would be like your doctor prohibiting you to breathe air or prohibiting you to breathe water. Prohibiting red meat is just as dumb. Okay. So if you have gallstones and you're not having any pain to speak of, there's no reason to have your gallbladder taken out. We have had many people on Ketovore and Carnivore whose gallstones have actually shrunk and gone away. So I would do 90 or 180 days of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and then have your doctor rescan your gallbladder. And I think you'll find that they document that your stones are much smaller at that point. And then you can tell your doctor to hush.
What Dr. Berry meant to say was find a provider who can support you in the way that you need the support, who's educated in the ways of nutrition, because a doctor does not get educated in school. They have to go out of their way to do the research similar to what he has done in the past 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't always promote this way of eating because he wasn't taught that.
I didn't know, but
one of the things that we would love to do is educate more doctors, because we get asked all the time, I can't find a doctor in my area. So one of our missions in the next 2 years is to be able to host a online conference, in-person conference, where doctors can come, learn how to use a proper human diet in their practice, and teach them that it's not bad, it's good, and they're going to be able to actually help their patients more.
Absolutely.
By throwing away the prescription pad unless it's absolutely necessary, and promoting a whole foods, meat-based, low-carb, ketogenic, proper human diet.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Victoria, love you too, Victoria. Tammy, 63-year-old Ketovore, taking 75 mics levothyroxine. My doc thinks iodine is dangerous. So maybe have your doctor watch my videos on this channel about iodine, and then your doctor will realize that every single cell in your body, Tammy, needs iodine, not just your thyroid, not just your breast tissue. Started Lugol's 2 drops daily. Anyway, is that okay? Absolutely fine. If Tammy takes too much iodine, everybody say it with me. What will she do? She will pee it out.
Whoa.
It will not cause any problems. There's no danger whatsoever. It does not cause Hashimoto's. It does not cause hyperthyroidism. It doesn't cause any of that. You'll just pee it out if you take too much. So 2 drops of Lugol's 2% is totally fine. You're welcome. Hi, Toto. How you doing?
This is Toto. Those of you who've been around a long time, you know Toto, but he hasn't been in a video in a while. He's cold. He's been outside doing his business.
Mike, can I go keto if I take Pradoxa? Yes, 100% you can. Everybody, regardless of what medication they are taking, deserve the benefits that come from eating a proper human diet. Paul, hi, any good channels concerning fitness? I'm down 125 pounds and want to improve my 5K running times. So for any of you guys who want to grow your muscles and look more fit, my friend Zane Griggs, Griggs, has a Instagram and a Facebook. I think he has a YouTube channel as well, but he's a young fella. He's only 52, I think. And he looks amazing. My wife says he's very sexy. And so, yeah, you want... he looks pretty good for his age. Let's just put it that way. But Zane Griggs, look him up. And then if anybody else has any other exercise channels that they really love, put it in the comments. Jonathan, what are your thoughts on tanning beds? Never been to one. Have low vitamin D during the winter in Michigan. Thought about small amounts to keep levels up. Yeah. So as long as you never burn in a tanning beds are not the devil. They are not dangerous. It's just ultraviolet light, just like comes from the sun. I do this in the winter sometimes, especially if we're going to go somewhere with a beach. I'll start out with 3 minutes, then I'll do 4 minutes, then I'll do 5 minutes because I'm a redneck. I still burn easier than most people, even though I don't burn nearly as easily as I did before I went keto. But yeah, and then I'll work up until I've got a nice golden tan, and that's where I keep it. That's going to get your vitamin D up. It's also you're going to have a good, healthy tan. It also raises your levels of nitric oxide, which help lower your blood pressure. And it probably does several other things in the body that we haven't even discovered yet because doctors quit researching that when some idiot back in the 70s said, getting out in the sun will cause skin cancer. Yeah, somebody said that and everybody believed it. Now it's the truth, even though it's a lie.
Now, what he didn't say is sit in there and get burned.
Don't do that.
Put those gross lotions all over yourself that are full of God knows what.
Waste of money, and they probably increase your risk of skin cancer. Yeah. Right.
Reminder, in case you missed it, Dr. Berry is going to post a video tomorrow about that article that everybody's all worked about.
Yeah, that red meat causes diabetes. Yeah. Tomorrow morning on this channel, I'll be posting a video. So if you haven't already subscribe and click the bell icon so you get a notification.
If you think you're subscribed,
yeah, check and make sure.
Because I have had so many people say I was subscribed and I went and looked and I had been unsubscribed, so I had to subscribe again.
Jessica, carnivore since January of 23. 3 days ago, I ate some crap, pizza and donuts. Didn't feel that bad. Will it still take 2 weeks to get back? No. Only slight. Yeah, it might flare up your cravings, but just act like it never happened, Jessica. Go right back to carnivore, and you will barely even see a bump in your health markers. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but don't make it a habit. Mary Lewis, thank you very much. Nick, hey, I'm 14 days into carnivore diet and loving it. My one concern is electrolytes. Element is good, but I'm wondering if Morton light salt is a good cheap substitute. Yeah, you can actually use light salt because that's a potassium chloride. And then you can also use, what's the stuff that's magnesium? No, that's potassium as well.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
What is it, guys? Is it cream of tartar that's magnesium?
Yes.
I can't remember. I think that's right. But you can actually make your own.
Morton light salt is just sodium. It's just sodium chloride.
No, I can't be right.
I'm looking at it right now. Morton's light salt. That's
go down.
umbrella.
Go down right there. Yes, go right there. No, go back to where you were.
That's
and then
where
go,
I was.
Now go down. Right.
Oh, and potassium chloride.
Yeah.
But how much?
I don't know. But you can actually make your own electrolytes using cream of tartar and light salt or new salt or no salt because it's potassium chloride.
It doesn't even show how much potassium it is in it.
That's funny. They probably can't show it.
350 milligrams.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
But it's in a weird place. That's weird.
Okay. Robbie, thank you both. I wish I would have been able to share the proper human diet with my father. He passed away and was type 2 diabetic. Yeah. And there's so many people who have a story like this, Robbie, and it breaks my heart that there are people out there that literally for free, they could learn how to reverse their type 2 diabetes, but they just never heard about it. Nobody shared the video with them. Nobody sent them a link. Nobody's emailed them or sent them a text message and said, hey, watch this video about type 2 diabetes. This crazy doctor from Tennessee says you can reverse it. Because when people do what I say, their type 2 diabetes goes away. I just made that up. Carl, living the carnivore life, losing weight that I wish I wasn't losing, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds in weight currently. Any tips to help gain some healthy weight back? Yeah, so if you want to gain healthy weight, you're going to start lifting heavy things, Carl. You're going to start building muscle and building bone by lifting heavy things. That will make your weight go up on the scale. Now, if you want to gain fat, just start eating carbohydrates again. You'll gain fat. Daniela, hey, I'm going to remove my Mirena next month. I hope you're going to let the doctor do that. After 5 years, I'm weight plateau and even carnivore. Advice for my third fibroid that can make me heavy bleed again. Thanks. So I've got a video about fibroids on this channel that you can watch after this live is over. The carnivore diet is perfect. Just a hint there. And then just realize that even after you have the Mirena taken out, it's going to take a few months for your hormones to get back into a regular pattern. How many months would you say for Mirena?
At least 3.
Yeah, at least 3 months.
Yeah.
For some women, probably 6. So
depending on how long you've had it in, how old you are, there's a lot
Lots
that
of
goes
variables.
into it.
Absolutely.
I've heard 6 months.
Yep.
I've heard 8 months.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep.
For those of you asking, here's where you can get into the private community, drberry.com/community. There's different levels. The lowest is $5. You get access to extra live Q&As. You can hang out with our coaches, with us. We also post things in there that we don't post on any other social media for reasons that are becoming more and more clear every day.
Yeah, there's way less censorship.
There's none in there.
Yeah, effectively none, except for the kind there should be.
Right.
Like you can't actively tell people to harm other people.
Don't
we weren't going to do that anyway. Right. Yeah, but inside here, we talk about a lot of things that we can't talk about on the YT because we might get a spanking. So just consider it. Where are we at here? Got that one.
I'm getting hungry.
Well, we got that one. David, any recommendations to people with POTS syndrome that take multiple pills, some spine-related pain meds that have an impact on drowsiness and dizziness? Yeah, with POTS, you definitely don't want to be taking anything that also causes drowsiness and dizziness. As you adopt a proper human diet and keep your carbohydrate intake low enough for long enough, consistently enough, the POTS symptoms are going to improve, and also the spine issues are going to improve to the point where you can decrease, if not stop, some of those other pain meds and other medication you're probably taking. You're going to work with your doctor to decrease and stop those. Blind ambitions. Is it possible to undereat on carnivore? Absolutely. It's possible to undereat on any diet, but a carnivore diet is so full of satiating protein and satiating fats that for people who aren't used to eating pure nutrition, it can temporarily turn off their appetite. I'm eating to full, but app says only getting about 13 to 1600 calories. I'm not focusing on calories. I'm just saying, I got you, blind ambitions. So if you've still got a lot of excess stored fat, don't even worry about this. Just eat your comfortably stuffed and stop eating, and then don't eat again until you're hungry, truly hungry again. You're going to stay in ketosis and you're going to keep burning that excess fat off. When you start to get close to your ideal body weight, then this might become a problem. But for most people, what happens is, as you approach your ideal body weight, your appetite goes back up, and then you eat just enough to maintain your ideal body weight. It's funny. It's like your body's designed to do this by itself without your input if you're eating a proper human diet, if you're eating the right foods. If you're eating the wrong foods, it's going to muck up the whole system, and you'll wind up weighing 400 pounds, and you'll be on some Netflix special. Carolyn, how can my husband not lose too much weight on carnivore? He's got an extremely high metabolism. Yeah, and so carnivore is not a weight loss diet, Carolyn. It's a weight optimization diet. We've seen people gain weight on carnivore. We've seen people lose weight, whatever they need to do. What will happen, Carolyn, is as he loses weight down to his ideal body weight, the weight loss will slow down, and then it'll stop. And he'll eat all he wants. He'll eat till he's comfortably stuffed, and he won't gain or lose. He'll just hang out right there, plus or minus 5 or 10 pounds. That's what will happen. That's what happens to everybody. Courtney, when I am strict carnivore, it feels like I have a swollen thyroid or something stuck in my throat. I take 2 drops of Lugol's iodine a day. Any tips? Well, first thing I want you to do is go to your doctor and get your thyroid checked out. It's probably not your thyroid. If you have problems with anxiety, then this could be something called globus, Globus. Look that up and see if that sounds right. But if you don't have any anxiety, then definitely get the thyroid checked out. The 2 drops of Lugol's a day is either good for you or you're going to pee it out. Don't worry about that. A lot of people, and it seems to be more often women than men. Come on in, Lily. When they start to eat a nutrient-dense diet like the carnivore diet, their body's not used to that. And sometimes they'll have a little nausea for a while. They'll have this sensation for a while, or they just won't be hungry for a day or two until their body gets used to the new concept of, hey, the foods we eat are going to be very nutrient-dense. And then your body's like, oh, okay, cool. What took you so long? Rick, my girlfriend had her gallbladder removed and was told she shouldn't do a keto carnivore diet. Is this true? No, whoever told her that is currently ignorant, Rick.
If you don't have a gallbladder and you've been doing this way of eating and it's working for you, please put that in the comments so Rick can pass that along to his girlfriend so she can feel good about going forward with this and not terrified like she probably feels right now. Yeah,
she can eat any meat that roams the planet, Rick. She probably needs to supplement, like all of us, with D3, K2, and iodine. If you're eating a good nutrient-dense carnivore diet and trying to include liver once or twice a week of some type, you're not going to need any other supplements. Definitely not going to need a multivitamin at all. Thank you for your help and support. My pleasure. Christian, having heart palpitations, cardiologist said they're normal, and I only get them when sitting. I do take magnesium and electrolytes. Will carnivore help? So your cardiologist was right. It's normal to have a few PVCs an hour. That's no big deal. It's nothing to worry about. Some people can feel their PVCs. And for those of you who don't know, that's a premature ventricular contraction. Some people can feel them. Some people can't. But when people feel them, it's like, ooh, I felt something kind of flip. Like, that was weird. But if you've already been to the cardiologist and they put the monitor on you and they said, no, dude, this is nothing to worry about, then stop worrying, Christian. Okay? Stop worrying. The magnesium might help decrease the frequency, but again, it's not a problem, so stop worrying about it.
Curly Q, no, this I have hair all over me. This sweatshirt's not available, but it's coming soon. Keep an eye on.
Is the new V-neck available now?
No, they're both this one, and like you think this is good, there's one more design that's coming that's like the softest sweatshirt you ever felt in your life. It's so good. It's a crew neck, not a hoodie. For those of you who are like, I don't like hoodies, I got you. That's coming too. Super excited. We will be announcing them everywhere, so you guys won't miss it. One more.
Nia's Way, thank you very much. Let's get Thomas here. How much niacin can you take in a day? I'm a 67-year-old worried about my increase in cholesterol since going on the carnivore diet. And you've been told by a healthcare provider that taking a mega dose of niacin will lower your cholesterol. Well, first of all, it does lower it a little, but it's not going to lower it as much as you want it to. Second thing is don't worry about lowering your total cholesterol. It has not been proven to increase your risk of heart attack or stroke. That's why now all the cardiologists no longer talk about total cholesterol. All they want to talk about is LDL cholesterol or particle size or particle number or TMAO or ApoB or LP(a), because they know that the research has made it very clear that total cholesterol does not in any way speak to your risk of heart attack. Make sure you have a normal A1C, a normal fasting insulin, normal triglycerides, and normal HDL. Those are the markers of good metabolic health.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Monday Night Live. If you like us so much that you want more, you can join the community, drberry.com/community. And we are on there multiple times during the week, depending on what level you pick. We hang out with you guys. The coaches hang out with you guys. You get also early access to live interviews. So if Dr. Berry interviews another health professional, you get to ask questions. The replay gets put on YouTube, but you guys in the group get to ask the questions. Lots of benefits of being in there. But
another big thing that's going on in the group right now is everybody's looking for a friend in real life that lives near them. And we've got 7,000 people in the group now. And so if you join and you're looking like, I need somebody to do keto with, and you say, hey, I live in the Jackson, Mississippi area, guarantee you there's 2 or 3 people that'll reach out and go, dude, let's meet up for coffee and a steak.
If you don't want to do that, don't worry. We'll be back here next Monday, same place, same time. See you next week.
Join Neisha's YouTube channel.
Yes.
You'll love it.
You're going to love it.
Bye.